Hello and welcome at Model Kit Beginner. I hope you guys doing all well. We are certainly doing quite fine over here. We had a lovely rain yesterday and it's nice and cool this morning here in Cape Town. Today we're going to have a look at the Jaguar Type E Racing from Hella. Now Hella kits in the past always had mixed reviews, to put it mildly, and lots of people believe these are the rather on the bottom of the scale of model kits. Having said that, I think that's not entirely fair. There are some who are maybe a little bit wonky, but I had others like the Renault 8, which was a very, very nice kit I enjoyed putting together. So I don't know which side of the scale this one is, so we will need to go down to the bench and have a look at the box. But before we do that, let's have a quick look at the history of this particular kit. And here we are with the Jaguar Type E Racing from Hella. This particular kit, which we're going to have a look at, is a repop from 2015. And boy, is it a repop. They had many, many, many repops right over here. We have this one, which is the first one. And then the last one from 2020 is more or less the same. There's also one where Airfix had a repop. So this was the first one which came out. That's what it looks like, just like a normal E-Type, the 3L8 FHC. Here you go. And then obviously we had the one from Airfix as well. Now, the first kit came out in 1978, and I think this is where we need to get our expectations. It's a late 70s kit from Hella, and so this is where we kind of have an idea of what we can expect from the kit. But is it really that bad, or is it not as bad as we think it is? Well, there's only one way to find out. We go down to the bench and have a look. I'll see you there. So, and here we are with the Jaguar Type E Racing from Hella. This is what it looks like. Tells us it's had 86 pieces, so it's not parts heavy. And having a look at the sides, not much here. And then at the back, there's a brief history in 4 different languages, and the color call out, which gives you an idea what colors you might need for this. Also gives you an idea of the size of the model. 98 millimeters wide, 185 millimeters in length. Right, so let's open this up. It has the Hella flip open box. Here we go. So we have the instruction sheet, which we're going to have a look at first. Then we have transparent sheets right over here. Oh, one of them is actually out of the box. We don't want that. Transparent sheet is open already. That's not very nice. We have bag of parts, bag of plated parts. We have decals, and we have tires. That's about it. Let's close this. And put it to one side, and then we're gonna have a look what we have. We start with, as we usually do, with the instruction sheet. The instruction sheet says Jaguar Type E3L8, which is exactly what the very first kit in 1978 was called, and then here they added the racing. Here once again, brief description of this particular model. They tell you a little bit about the Type E. They tell you that this was run by Briggs Cunningham, which obviously very, very famous racing driver and car builder, mind you. And then we have a couple more languages here where this is all in. Then we have the color callouts right over here. and then it starts building the wheels, interestingly enough. And we have engine parts right over here. All goes together with the engine. Here we have the dashboard, steering wheel, etc. Here we have the console, center console, and the floorboards. Then here we have suspension. It calls out the colors right over here, as Hella usually does. We have the distributor, power distributor at the back, which words just defeats me. Then more rear suspension. That actually looks quite intricate. I mean, it only has 86 parts. How complicated can it be? But it's not. It doesn't look that simple, does it? And we have the radiator assembly right over here, and then how the bigger sub-assemblies all go together to build the model. Here we have the headlight covers right over here. Then how everything goes together on that side. The 3 wipers on the window, so that appears to be part of the window. It's always not that good, but have to take it as it comes. And gives you all the different colors and parts right over here. Then the final assembly comes right over here. Here we go. Exhaust comes here, and other stabilizing parts right over here. Then we have the bumperettes, the half bumpers if you want so, and the rear lights, which come here in step 19, and then step 20 gives you basically the Cunningham numbers right over here. Tells you where all the decals go, etc. Tells you how to paint the wipers, which we have seen is a very simple affair. And yeah, and that basically concludes the instruction sheet of the Jaguar Type E Racing. Now we just saw the decal sheet. Here we go. Let's go a little bit closer with this one. Right. Now we have the numbers, 2 10s. We have the 10 for the, I think that's the front, or the back. That's the front. So that could then be the back, or the roof. There's the back. This is the roof. So all the stripes are here. I don't see, there even are dashboard decals here. Here we go. Very cool. So a radio, really, for the racing car? I don't think so. So yeah, several decals here, some more necessary than others. 2015 kit. So we don't know how the decals are. Could be good, could be not so good. Tires, let's have a quick look at those. They are the normal on the sprue affair, but they are actually quite soft. Normally, as when we get them from AMT or Revell Monogram, they're quite hard when they come on the sprue. They are actually quite soft. And looking at the detail, that's actually not a bad detail for the tires, I must say. I've seen a lot worse. Doesn't seem to have a seam as well. So obviously you need to clean up where you cut them off the sprue, but otherwise they look pretty cool. They don't look too bad. Not at all. Tires right over here. Then let's have a look at the transparent parts, since it has been cut open already. Yes, and like most of my kits, I bought that second hand, so somebody obviously had a closer look. Typical Hella fashion. You have the inner door panels together with the window. Not a huge fan of that, but that is what it is. That's what they always did. Then we have the rear window, front window with the wipers, as we have seen in the instruction sheet. Also not necessarily a fan of that. And that's the transparent part. Otherwise they're not too bad a shape. Couple of scratches. That might be because this has been opened, so might need to have it be polished out a little bit. Then we have the plated parts. Let's open this up. Right. Steering wheel plated. Yeah, this is one of those I'm not too sure about. Plating also looks a tad on the thick side. Exhaust is plated. So I think, yeah, plating doesn't look particularly well done. There are also seams which seems to be plated over. Not what you want. A little bit of a hair or something. Was my cat in there? No, it's actually plastic. Right. And other, yeah, plated parts. So I think there's a lot of dechroming will be required in order to have this, because I mean, look at this steering wheel. It has flash on there which has been chromed over. So obviously that's not what you want. So dechroming exercise will be in order here, and then rechrome it yourself to get it a little bit better than what we see it right now. Right, and then we get to the plastic. Not that there wasn't anything else but plastic, but we get to the normal plastic screws themselves. Very good cut here, but we will get it open, I'm sure. Here we go. Let's get everything out of here. Out of here. And do this last. We have some a white sprue right over here with the bottom. It doesn't look bad. There's not a lot of flesh on there. There's obviously less flesh on there than it was on the chrome parts. Looks quite clean. Bottom front right over here, and some other very nice parts. This looks like the firewall right over here, and actually looks quite nice. Not bad, not bad. Seen a lot worse. Then we have black sprues right over here with the engine and suspension parts, which you'll see right over here. Let's have a closer look. Yeah, a couple of seams which needs to get some tender loving care, and obviously needs to be sanded and cleaned, but that's par for the course for most kits, isn't it? Otherwise, not too bad at all. Having a look at another black sprue. This one has, well, this obviously the tonneau cover we will not be using, but it has seats, racing seats. We have the dashboard, which is right over here. Here you go. Kind of primitive, if I'm allowed to say so. All basic, but there. Engine parts again. So the black sprues are engine and suspension parts, interior parts, center console right over here, and that kind of stuff. Here we have shock absorbers as well. So yeah, that's what we have here. And then we have the iconic body. Looking at that right here at the bottom, I will see it needs some attention. All a bit on the rough side. Needs some squaring off. Better on this side, interestingly enough, but on this side the form obviously didn't work as well. We have the lower part of the wipers. Yeah. And we have the Jaguar emblem at the back. So needs some tender loving care for it to work properly, and the front part of it as well, also a bit rough at the edges, which seems to be par for the course for this particular model. And we will need some love and some care. Very thick ridges right over here. Some love and some care in order to have these properly formed and final built. But yeah, so it needs some work. It is a model. That's what it is. It is a model from 1978, and I dare to say you can see that. Right, guys, that's what is in the box. We have been on the bench. Let's go back upstairs quickly. I'll give you my final thoughts. And here we are, back upstairs with the Jaguar Type E Racing from the fine folks over at Heller. This is the kit we just had a look at. Very, very interesting kit. It certainly needs probably a bit more work than the average modern kit, but it is a 1978 Heller kit. It doesn't look impossible to build, not at all, so that would be wrong to say. So if you like the subject, that's certainly a kit which you can buy and build. You just be prepared that you maybe want to add some more detail, and also be prepared that you possibly have a bit more cleaning to do than you anticipate normally with other kits. But it's not horrible by any stretch of imagination, and it certainly has a charm and the appeal of the Jaguar E. Looking at the body, it certainly doesn't look warped. Everything looks straight. Chrome, well, that is quite useless on there. You will need to dechrome and rechrome whatever you want to have chromed. Lots of parts like the exhaust, steering wheel and so on are chromed as well, which I guess you don't want to have chromed. I certainly don't. So that would, with that one, with the chroming, I would just go all out and dechrome everything and rechrome whatever you want to have chromed. And that's about it. That's all I have to say about the Jaguar Type E Racing from Heller. A workable kit if you are prepared to put a little bit extra. Thanks very much for popping in. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I certainly enjoyed presenting the kit to you. Hopefully you have a good time, a good week, and greetings from Cape Town. Cheers.